There's just one teensy problem. Even though I got him to 54, I mean 45, if I like this, if I like what he becomes, I will level him to 60. So keep that in mind. I have a feeling I'm gonna enjoy this because Dragon Egg, it makes a dragon pin according to the guide. Acto Kin. Oh. So apparently, it was. Oh. Yeah. So. Oh, he has beast. Learned. Dragon. And this ancient spell summons a dragon familiar to scorch the battle. Dragon breath. So decimates the battlefield with an ancient power. Really? Okay. Not sure how I feel about that. Hey, Dragonkin. I'm gonna assume that you have to have. Oh, you can use swords. Oh, you can use great swords. That's it. Oh. Interesting. Well, what about down here? Okay. Dark steel. Of course. Oh. I'm guessing champ. Better choice. Yeah, this is a two-handed sword. So, yeah, so he only carries two-handed swords. And lances. And the lancers are better. Because I can get him either I can get him a lance that actually can either have Holy Lance or a lance that can actually Death Chance. Plus, let's talk about heavy armor, helmets. Yeah, we can get him a good health. Armor, we can get him a heavy armor, which means that he can get an enchanted plate. So yeah. His skills are kind of crazy. Like I said, you gain access to these, and if you can get like, oh, and by the way, the titles. Hold on, the titles. The Triotic Master gives you TP, Evasion, Magic Evasion, MP gains, yeah, and TP gain, HPN, yeah, of 5% for Grandmaster or Tri. And considering the fact that he's probably all he's using is probably TP the whole time, right? Well, he's got that. Yeah, we can get you new gear. Well, Ben, we're gonna do this. We're actually gonna go through this place. We're gonna go through the armory and get this. So we need. So I already know what to do. Okay. Give him this. Heavy armor with tactics. Because like I said, you need to be able to keep his you want his Ooh. I'm not sure what to get him for this. I want to say like an enchantment lance. It's either give him man or which will teach him holy. As for great swords, there's something interesting. There's the great sword of best room, which is like apparently disease chance. Whatever. It's not even. That's not great at all. So yeah. So we have to make sure those show up on the yeah, but I feel like this might be a better team. Use the card of armor. Let's go. Save. Ready for the saves coming. There we go. Although, if I do find any... No, we're gonna focus on his stuff first. So 1 of 3. Because everybody else is in good shape. They have items that help them. Plus, I've seen how broken Draco Flare Strike is. It's really broken. Yeah, enjoy this. Enjoy this content. And I don't need him at 60. Because I'm just gonna boost his power up and that with the rest of the money I have, actually. Once we're done here. He won't need to be on 60. That's not it. It's called the enchantment Barma of good health. That's what we're looking for. If that's Isn't this fun, guys? So yeah, we'll be back in a bit. If you're watching this on YouTube. Oh. So yeah, let's end this so I can actually let's finish this game once and for all. First thing I want to do before we do anything is like, hey, got some stuff on. Oh yeah, I can't set you. I can set you. I tried to get gear for them, but it's just It's just really bad. So, we don't need that many. Throw us in there. The final area isn't even that hard. So how much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So hang on. Yeah, most of his stuff. We'll need to get a bunch of strength, endurance, and yeah, strength, endurance, and maybe a bit of intelligence. Oh, and health. Strength, endurance, and intelligence, and health, actually. Strength. That's my headset was dying, so he ain't gonna be as high as he's not gonna be as powerful as my main character, but this should make up for his stats, like make up for the lack of being under level of everyone else. So yeah. It's like 3 times. It's like 60. Where you at? Oh. So I only have 80,000, dude. So he would need. I'll need 100 for him. So like 20, yeah, 40, 50. I want his strength to be high. Like I said, we don't need the money. Where we're going. There you go, 500, 500. That makes up for everything. And this is all I could do for him, because like I said, I couldn't get any of the gear because of the RNG. It's so bad in this game. It's beyond bad. I hope they improve it in the sequel. I really hope so. But yeah, let's go make the key. Do you have them all? There's Alton. Jay, I can't help but feel this quest is coming to a climax. Make sure your affairs are in order. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before using that key, okay. That includes using up any growth items. Yes, I get the same feeling. Yeah, they say that. I think I could keep my growth items because I don't need to do anything else, I don't think. I mean, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way I can make anything else here. I mean, there's the bloody dagger. All I gotta do is just give it to the scout. Why headset? I know you're dying. If you want to make a throw much, let's just give him that first. Hey, there's Rogue. And then give him the bloody dagger. Yeah, it's not even that. And like I said, the portraits for some of these are just not impressive or good. That looks cool. This Dracokin, it's like could have did more with that. You could have did more with like quite a few. Like this one, this portrait, 1, 2, 3. It's used for 3 jobs. And this portrait is just this. Yeah. Like, this is the same as this. Okay? And like, missing no. Well, yeah, well. Apparently that's gonna be useful. That plays an integral role later. But let's just we need this. All right. Okay, everyone, this is it. Our mountain. Everything we've done, everything we have all worked so hard to achieve since that event. It all comes down to nothing if we don't stick together. It's been great meeting you all, playing the game together. This is bigger than any of us. I truly pray a safe return for every one of you, though I dare not hope. Thank you, friends. Wait. Where's Camry? I thought she was part of this. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her in a while. We're down a member. Remain vigilant. Yeah, you're about to learn why. This really is it. You got us here, but I am grateful. But this is bigger than me, you, and bigger than any relationship or before this day. It all comes down to this. When the time comes, like the final tap, I've already made my choice. Of that, I have no doubt. You can only hope that whichever path your heart dictates, you'll understand your own reason. Go ahead. I have your back. Hey, you guys did it. Yeah, feels good to have someone actually do just as much damage as you. Rule books, rule books, rule books, rule books. Boy, it's sure it's noisy in here. It's untraining exercise, so you're gonna. Play. Hey. Attack. Server. I don't think this is what I need. It's just full data. Sorry about that. You're handling yourself pretty well. I hope there's Bubba? Everyone okay? Wow. That is remarkable. Everything that you look into. You're a dev, so technically, why haven't you been able to bypass all this? Like, you should have been able to get us straight to where we needed to, right? Or, then again, his access might be cut off. To the system and such. Talk about the fact that... The music is just... I have to plug this in now, because it's just gonna beeping every 2 seconds, and I'm like, stop, please. This place. Commemorate all those we lost to the event. To the event. What a mess. Sure, why not? Oh, you're an admin newbie. Oh, no wonder you're just not realizing the situation. That's fine. It's all good. Gonna win. Yeah, let's just take a moment to just play cards. Yeah, it's all good. Just don't take my cards because I'm gonna be annoyed if you do. I'm gonna win. I win. Nice. Take your night. Damn. No, I ain't got time. Sorry. Whoa, what the? Oh, not you. I told you I would smush you. You'd smash? No, wait. Both of those words sound bad coming from you, to be honest. What is your problem? Seriously? Hackers like you are my problem. You prance around like you own the damn place and make online world crumble beneath you. You really believe I'm out to destroy online world. You don't have a clue as to what's really going on here, do you? Refuse to listen to your lies. Our paths shall cross the ground, and be sure of that. And when they do, you better come to me. I'm guessing he's gonna be in the sequel and annoy us even more. What is this? Why is this place set up like this? You have done well, hacker. Your quest ends here. We cannot allow you to any harm to come to the system core. At least you destroy our world. It must pass. You don't understand. Looks like I have to convince you too. Wait, what is it? The administrator. Oh. Just random administrators, I'm guessing. Okay, now you can have stuff. It's like, please stop casting. Stop. What? What the hell? Online realm. This is where I jump ship. Yeah. Alright, so real quick, we gotta go back. Here. Oh. Yeah, so once you use the key, it pretty much, yeah, there's no turning back. But you get this nice chest, though. The black side. Yeah, so you can't go. Except for, yeah, teleportation disabled. Okay. So we gotta start. This leads us back to Online Realm. And notice how the dragon and stuff are gone now. That, I'm gonna be honest, that is a kind of annoying to have there. There. That's enough. Oh, there's nothing over here. What's going on? Josh? It's good to see you again. Before we leave, I want you to know something. I didn't have a choice. That's bull. Everyone has a choice. I think you know why I came. Let's go. Just follow me. This music. It's so out of place. Oh. Okay, never mind. It kind of goes together. Oh, okay. So this takes you back. See, I never really experimented with this stuff. Come. Jock, please tell me what happened. Did you leave me in this mess? I mean, you coaxed me into this whole thing. I suppose I owe you an explanation. Where to start? I was approached, as you were, by an emissary of Muthu, Mother. It was then that I made up my mind. I would give anything to see Jenny made whole again. And in a way, I succeeded. I gave something huge, a piece of myself, so that Jenny would be returned to my side. What did you give? You'll find out soon enough. Come. Spoiler. He gave up his physical form, his body. He's dead. Where's the book? Where's the book? Oh, it's supposed to be out here. I guess because we have it. Let's just end this. This game is making me lose my mind. Oh, there you are! You came. I'm glad. Well, whoever you are, I have questions. Of course. I would expect no less from the infamous hacker who defied the constituents and followed his heart. I truly commend your efforts. Thanks, I suppose. Let me begin by saying I am truly sorry for your losses, both past and future. What do you mean? A circle, a spiral, call it what you will. For new life, there must also be death. I don't like where this is going. There are those within online world and beyond who would harm me. I fear not for myself, but for the people to whom I am God. There it is. You took a lot of people. How you did it, I will never know. But I've never been more certain of anything in my life. I will stop you. You would harm me without allowing me to say my piece? Why? You are no different from the rest of your fellows. Ignorant pawn scum. We have evolved. We are greater people than your pathetic race will ever. And so you show your true better than any dictator. No better than scum yourself. I'm sorry that you feel so. You could have been great, you know. It's like a human with such skill, manipulating the data stream with but a thought and the simple stroke of a key. Alas, it was not meant to be. Starting without me? I don't think so. You bastard. You'll not harm the core. My move. I'm sorry to see you have fallen for the lies. Shut up. Nothing of my situation. I know this. You have thrown your lot in with murderers, digital vampires, nothing more. Enough. This is the end of the line. No more disappearances. I'm going to shut you down. Let me help. I know we've had our conflicts, but now I see we were working towards the same goal. You destroyed HC/2. You have a freaking screw loose. I allowed my hate to fuel my rage until I was raging fire. I could not contain it. I'm sorry. Whatever. Let's finish this. Oh, Gisone was the one that yeah. So you have to have him in your party. It's a requirement, which is okay. Look at the icons, though. See, the icons are cool, but the portraits are just, eh. Like that one. That's the portrait is the same as Voidwalker, but the icons are different. Yeah, and like Blade, yeah, and Astromia, yeah. And apparently missing number is non-existent. He has no body at all. I'm keeping my dragon with me though. Clearly, you've made your decision. Such a shame. The guardians of this realm will fight my corner. Jay, don't do this. I don't have a choice. How can you stand by while they take people? Real people, John. This world, it's my home now. I can't go back. It's not too late. Just log out. I can't. My life is here now. If you continue the quest that we began together, you might actually destroy this world. But it's not real, don't you see? Maybe this world is virtual, but you can't deny it's better than the pathetic excuse for a world that we come from. You British know that better than any one of us. Wow. Throwing race around in this one. I mean, what do we have to go back to? Our world is shattered and merciless. Nobody cares enough to try and fix it. I'm sorry, but I just can't believe that. Fixing our world, it begins now with this. I wasted my life until now. I've had no cause, no purpose. I can see that you are resilient. A great threat befalls our realm. Him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure these boxes are actually just free assets. That's just, it's like, we gotta, this is the final boss. Sadly, it's just 3. If you choose to not go for the hacker ending. Well, I forgot how. I don't even know what to do. What? Just I'm gonna be doing that the whole time. There's my house. I'm actually amazed that you managed to dodge that. Alright, in. Boy, how many remix versions of this song can we play? They're doing something big, yeah. They're falling and causing earthquake and causing the ground to shake because the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I don't know. These items will help to defeat our foes. The dragon speaks. The dragon spoke at the end. Jay, please, I beg you, do not destroy this world. Give me one good reason. I'm genuinely happy again. For the first time since Jenny was taken from me. Don't you say they gave her back to me. They took her from you in the first place. Listen, doesn't matter now. How can you say it doesn't matter? They're killing people. Dying. Those people no longer matter. How can you say that? I'm sorry. Yeah, and guess what? They leave you on a cliffhanger. And Jock, what now? We can't go back. There's simply nothing to go back to. He won't admit it either, but his body is no longer there. It's dead. But it's not real, Jock. I know that. But it's all we have now. This world and one another. I'm not sure I can do this. What do you mean I did this for you? I betrayed those that I love for you. And for those reasons, this cannot work. One of them is seeing reason. No, don't walk away from me. I'm sorry, though. I truly am, but this life is no life at all. All that work and the woman you love turns you away because you really messed up. Father, I'm afraid. Is it all a lie? A lie? I don't know. Oh, these are the 2 people. Do we even exist, really? Tell me this, Talia. Do you feel the wind? Yes. And if I were to jump from this tower, how would you feel? Horrified, of course. Father? And now you. Then I put this to you. What is life? I don't really know. What do you think it is? If only such a thing could be determined by a single definition. I suspect life has a different meaning depending on the perspective of the person. It wasn't so long ago that the hunters we encountered within the borders of our online world considered themselves the pinnacle of life. And now, we surpass them in almost every respect. Sure. We are better than the hunters? Indeed, though it saddens me to say so. Allow me to explain. We are born of the physical realm. The data stream and fragments of Mithu In the simple act of creation, we remove and therefore recycle elements that would otherwise be wasted. The human world, that is, the physical realm, is but a shell of its former self. They simply destroyed it. As I have learned from my years of study. Why did they destroy their world, Father? There's no simple answer to that question, though I suspect sheer ignorance had a huge part to play. But is it really right to be stealing their life force for our own benefit? Whether it is right or not, it is out of our hands. For now. So yeah, they take people and then feed off their life force from the real life, from their real selves. So Scott White was Stromford. Okay. God, you can see the lag. But yeah, they just shove it on a cliffhanger because you're meant. You have to buy the second game essentially. So this time when we save, instead of hitting New Game Plus, we hit End, and that should create the file that is meant to be used. But did we do everything? Oh, there's the Tantalers.com band. But like I said, the only problem with this is some of the assets I've seen in the end while watching videos of other RPG Maker games. I've seen them in those games that look exactly the same and such, and it made me realize it's like some of the enemies and stuff are just the free assets, aren't they? Which means not all of this is originality or like original art and such. It's just assets that were just in RPG Maker already, that they just plucked from a list of things that are in RPG Maker, and there's like there. That's why even the boss we fought at the end, the three enemies, it's like you could have did something grand scale. You could have put some sort of time into giving us a final battle. And so the first chapter of this story comes to a close. What great adventures await within Online Realm? Will this world prosper, or will it crumble as our physical realm has? Taking your quest in corruption, the second part, in conclusion to Jay's quest, exploring the digital realm and other realms connected by the data stream. But yeah, really, you unlock. Well, I already had New Game Plus, or you can finish off your save file ready for import into Initiation Sequel. Finish. Oh, we can. Yeah. There you go. It is. Wait, it did say load. So, I can load? Can you finish the production? Oh, there you go. It's done. All of it. The whole game. Everything we can do. There's some classes that were missing. But hopefully we can figure them out in the next game. We're gonna do that probably in November or December. Probably in November. It'll give us something to do until, I forget what it's called. Yeah, what it's called? Until Mario RPG remake. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here now. I'm gonna go to bed. Game's fun if you're willing to look past certain things. It's like playing dot hack. It's dot hack light. That's what it is. It's like it kind of tries to be dot hack, but it's like it falls off the mark with a lot of things because it's made in RPG Maker. So yeah. But the game is fun if you just want to play an RPG game with like hacking and stuff, and want to like build up characters and deal with the RNG of weapons and items and stuff, and chests and stuff. It's like, but this is a game that I've been wanting to do since apparently I wanted to complete it since 2015, and I finally have done it. So it's like next up it's the sequel, pretty much, which I have. Not the sequel. Alright, I'm rambling. I'm going to bed. I'm tired.